Hello and welcome. Today we're going to explore something pretty amazing, an inner blueprint that basically maps out our emotional and mental lives. We're talking about the subtle system known as the 3 channels. You know that feeling, right? One minute you're stuck thinking about something that happened yesterday or maybe years ago, and then the next your mind is just racing, planning, and worrying about what's going to happen next. It really feels like you're being pulled in 2 different directions all at once. But what if I told you that this internal push and pull isn't just random chaos? What if it's actually part of a very structured system inside all of us? Well, today we're going to look at that exact map, a kind of guide to understanding yourself and finding your balance right here in the present moment. So, this inner map is made up of 3 main energy channels. And just getting to know them is really the first big step towards navigating our own inner world with a lot more awareness and a lot more peace. Now, the foundation of all of this is a concept called a nadi. The easiest way to think of nadis is like the highways of our inner energy system. They're the pathways that our inner energy, which we call Kundalini, is meant to flow through. And today, we're going to focus on the 3 big ones. Alright, first up is the channel that connects us to our past. This is where our memories and our deepest emotions live. This is the left channel. So as you can see here, the left channel, or Ida Nadi, is also known as the moon channel. And that name is just perfect because it really captures its qualities. It governs our desires, our feelings, our memories. When it's in balance, it gives us an incredible feeling of pure, simple joy. It ends up in what we call the superego. You can just think of that as the big internal filing cabinet for all our habits and conditionings from the past. But what happens when this channel gets overactive? Well, we can get completely stuck in the past, and that leads to some pretty dramatic mood swings. From feeling on top of the world one minute to down in the dumps the next. We can become really passive, lethargic, and just caught up in our own stuff. It's that feeling of being on an emotional roller coaster that you just can't seem to get off. So let's switch gears and look at the counterpart to the left channel. This is the channel of action, of planning, and of the future. The right channel. The right channel, or Pingala Nadi, is called the sun channel. Again, a perfect name. It's what powers all of our mental and physical activity. All our thinking, our planning, our drive to do things. This channel ends in the ego, which is our sense of self, that part of us that creates the feeling of I, me, and mine. And when this sun channel goes into overdrive, which, let's be honest, is so common in our fast-paced world, it creates its own set of problems. We get stressed out, irritable, agitated. This constant focus on the future and on doing can totally burn us out, making us aggressive and really disconnecting us from that calm, joyful feeling of the center. And this slide just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? These are the 2 forces at play inside us. On the left, you've got the moon, past, emotion, desire. On the right, you've got the sun, future, action, thinking. They're like yin and yang. They seem like opposites, but they're meant to be complementary. The real key isn't to pick one over the other. It's to find the harmony between them. So how do we lose our balance? Well, there's a great metaphor for this. Imagine you're driving a car. If you're too active in either channel, it's like you're slamming on the gas pedal. You start going too fast, you lose control, and you veer off on one side of the road or the other. And when our right side, our planning side, takes over, our ego gets really inflated. It starts thinking it's in charge of everything, and that's what throws us completely off balance. Okay, so if the left is the past, and the right is the future, where does that leave the present moment? Well, that is the job of the central channel, and it's the key to bringing everything back together. The central channel, or Sushumna Nadi, is really the game changer here. This is the middle path. It's not about living in the past or racing towards the future. It's the channel of the present. This is the channel that actually sustains us and allows us to grow spiritually. This central path is also home to 7 main energy centers, which you might know as chakras. When our energy is balanced, it flows up this central channel. It nourishes these centers, and that brings our entire inner system into beautiful harmony. So this all brings us to the really practical side of things. How do we actually stay on that middle path? This is where practices like Sahaja Yoga Meditation are just so powerful. So the ultimate goal here is to find that sweet spot, that balance between our emotional side and our active side. When we do that, we keep our central channel clear, and that allows our Kundalini energy to rise effortlessly. And this is what connects us to that state of peace and joy that you can only find in the present moment. It helps us evolve into a more integrated, balanced human being. And really, that's the thought I want to leave you with today. Just imagine for a second what it would feel like to not be constantly pulled by your past or pushed by your future. What would your life feel like if you could truly live in that calm, centered, and powerful space of right now?